as much as 2021 was a good year for me, I kind of have one of my biggest failure of the year, and that was me just exposing my friend Jacqueline's proposal date right in front of her. Jack and I were really close friends from uni. We even went to Korea exchange together. I think we stayed there for a few months. We got really close. I even wingman her and her current fiance, and that's why when her proposal was supposed to come up, her now fiance, then boyfriend, texted me and asked me for help. So we had a couple of plans here and there. Everything was going great. The date of the proposal was supposed to be 11 December. I managed to fool her and get her block out the entire day for me as well, and I would think, she did not suspect any single thing, so everything was going out real great. And then one day, we went out just to celebrate my belated birthday. We went for dinner. Jack was telling us how she saw an email on her boyfriend's laptop emailing this ring company, so she's suspecting something, but she just don't know when it's gonna happen. She told us that she think it might happen in January 2022, and there I was sitting putting on my full-blown poker face. And when we were having desserts, one particular conversation came up that prompted me to show my message, a message where I had logged all my December events per date, and it even had the description beside the date of like what event there will be. So games night with Singy and Wei Si, and then of course 11 December Jack full day proposal. So I had a text that had all of my December events on that, and I was just telling them, oh my god guys, I'm so packed for December. Like look, and I flashed my phone screen. Claire was sitting right in front of me. Jack was sitting right beside me. I flashed my phone screen this way, and I was like telling them, look at this packed full of schedules that I have in December. And Claire obviously saw the keyword proposal. By the way, she had no idea the proposal was gonna happen until that day. So she saw the word on my phone, she tilted it towards her, and I still didn't get the hit. So I took the phone back from Claire, judging her, like, why are you reading my text when she was trying to help me. And then just so nice, Jack was saying, oh, why not you try this and why not you try that, and then I panned the phone nearer to her. I'm like, no, look, because look, if I have days like 10, 11 and 12, and by the way the proposal date is 11 December. So when I was saying 10, 11 and 12, I saw 11, and then I remembered, oh frick, there was a proposal date. I'm like, oh fuck. And turning back to myself, I unlocked my phone, flip it back, and just look at her, like, full on poker face. And that was when I felt like this whole hot surge of, like, I don't know, emotions, and it was embarrassment, it was stupidity, it was like anger, I was like feeling so many things that day. And I saw her kind of chuckling by the side, so I was pretty sure she saw something and she was trying to keep her poker face by herself as well. I mean, from then on, I couldn't function. We parted ways. Claire was going the opposite direction, so I was with Jack for a little bit, and I was still in my head and in my heart just racing like crazy. I can't wait to like leave her. And when I finally left her, I texted Claire and I said DIF up, and Claire just replied YES in caps. And that was how it goes. Well, at first I didn't feel bad. I thought it was just how funny I reviewed it that way, and it's the most stupidest way to ever expose something as big as that. And then later on, Claire asked me, so are you gonna tell Jia Xiang about it? And I'm like, no, it's okay, I don't think I need to tell him. And then I'm like, hold up, should I tell him? And I started asking people, and everyone had different opinions. Some were saying, don't let him know because you're less than 10 days to the proposal. What if he doesn't have any backup plan? What if he can't change anything? Then he's just gonna propose knowing that Jack already knows what's gonna happen, and he's just gonna spoil it for him. That's one school of thought. And the other school of thought is, yeah, tell him, even though it's like less than 10 days away, he might still have a backup plan, and if he does, he can pull out the backup plan. So it was for me to make a decision that night. I couldn't sleep to 3 a.m. only because I made the decision to tell him, but I didn't want to tell him without giving him another solution. So I stayed up to 3 a.m. I was looking at Google Maps, feeling like crap, thinking of what other solution we can do to just throw Jack off guard again. And the next day, which was still a working day by the way, I could not work. So at 9 a.m. I texted him asking him if he can come on Zoom with me. So he came on Zoom, I told him what happened, I apologized. I immediately pulled up a PowerPoint slide and I gave him a presentation of my solution. And he was so nice about it, he laughed about it. He was brainstorming other solutions we can have. We even met up because I wanted to treat him to lunch to apologize officially. I mean, he was paying for his own meals, so he didn't let me treat him. So he was so nice about it, which was why I felt even worse. I felt even like I was really sorry for whatever that happened. And when I finally met Eugene, I gave him a hug. I started bawling like crazy. It was all those pent up guilt that I had in me. But yeah, that was what I felt. So at that point in time, I was just like counting down the days to the actual day, so that once it happened, then we can all lightheartedly laugh about this matter. But until then, I was just feeling like crap and guilty day by day. And another reminder that her proposal was on 11th December. Okay, so 10th December, Jack sent me a Telegram message asking me if we can cancel dinner on the 11th December. So when I saw that, I was like, huh. Because I was 100% sure, I was 130% sure she saw my text. She knew she was going to get proposed to. But then now she's asking me if we can cancel dinner. I was like, what is going on? On the 10th December, I didn't know what to feel. So then I'm thinking, wait, is she trying to fish out for more information? Is she trying to confirm that we're just gonna go ahead with 11th December anyway because I exposed it? You know, that might be a possibility. Me being the ninja that I was, went to find her brother's Telegram ID and texted the brother to confirm if they are gonna have family dinner together. And yes, they were. They were planning out to have a family dinner together. So I was really shocked. I was really confused. Like, did Jack forget that she's gonna get proposed to or what? But I couldn't think much at that point in time. I went on with her plan. So I told her, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's cancel dinner. Go do family dinner with your family because that's more important. So on the 11th December, we'll just meet up to Surfskate, and then we can have some lunch, play at the dog cafe, and after that, we can go home and have your family dinner. So to her, that was the plan. One added information also was that I asked Eugene to be in that plan. So I told her the reason why we can cancel dinner together is because Eugene's cousin invited us for an early Christmas dinner. So I can go for Eugene's cousin's dinner, she can go for a family dinner. And the whole plan was Eugene is going to the dog cafe to come pick us up and send both of us there because we'll be in the same area. So she believed that was the plan in her head. The actual plan, of course, is that Jia Xiang is supposed to be in Eugene's car. Eugene was to pick Jia Xiang up. We're gonna tell Jack that Eugene cannot find a way to the dog cafe, so we have to walk down to the main street where Summer House is, and Summer House is the place of the proposal, by the way. And then when Jack sees Eugene's car and try to open the door to hop on, Jia Xiang will be the one coming out. And then giving her a bouquet, bringing her into Summer House and do her proposal. So that was the original plan. So 11th December happened. Pretty much everything went according to plan. The only thing that didn't go according to plan is wet weather. So it rained. So the part where I'm supposed to say, oh no, Eugene can't find his way to the dog cafe, let's walk down to the main road. We can't do that because it was raining, and I can't let her walk down and get herself drenched up when she's gonna get proposed to in like a bit. So I texted Jia Xiang, told him, change your plans, stay at Summer House, don't come into the car, let Eugene come over the car and pick us up. So Jack will still think that we are sending her home, but Eugene will send her to Summer House, and once she arrives, she can see Jia Xiang there holding a bouquet, and we can continue the original plan again. So unfortunately, the vendor also forgotten about Jack's bouquet. So the place was set up nicely. Jia Xiang was gonna propose to Jack in the dome dining thing that Summer House has. Everything was set up nicely. The only thing missing was the bouquet. So because of the bouquet, he delayed a little. he didn't read all my texts that I was sending him. Eugene delayed a little because he had to wait for Jia Xiang to be ready. As a result, Jack in the dog cafe with me was getting a bit anxious because she was getting late to her family dinner. And she didn't want to be late to her family dinner. So she asked me, how about you stay here and wait for Eugene because I can always get a Grab hitch home. And I'm like, oh my god, no. I started getting really anxious and frantic. I started rushing Jia Xiang like, guys, are you guys gonna come? Because she's starting to get a bit anxious. She wants to go home. I don't want her to start suspecting anything. And again, Jia Xiang just did not read that text where I say, stay at summer house, let Eugene come alone. So all of them hop into Eugene's car. They came over to the dog cafe. I was walking towards the car, and only then I saw and I realized that they did not read my text. So Eugene was driving, Jia Xiang was at the back seat, and another videographer was also with a camera filming everything in the car when we were still at the dog cafe. So that caught me off guard. And when Jack saw them, Jack was so worried because for some reason she thought the videographer was Eugene's sister trying to vlog her day. And then Jia Xiang, she thought Jia Xiang was Eugene's father. So Jack asked me, are you sure I can come home? I mean, it seems a bit inconvenient for me to hop onto the car. And I'm like, don't worry about it, just get into the car. And then so she opened the door and she saw obviously completely different people. She saw Jia Xiang and she saw a videographer with a huge ass camera. And she's like, oh my god, what's happening? So then from there, the whole proposal started. We drove to summer house. Jia Xiang let her down into the dome. They got the proposal act doing, and I cried even before Jack cried, like what's new? And I cried at everybody's proposal, but yes, so happy, so happy for them. Congratulations again. But for any other friends out there watching this video, just a reminder not to find me for your proposal. Like, you can find anyone else and I swear to God they will do a better job. Like, please, just let me go. This shall be my first and last proposal. Enough of me talking. You will see all the footage that I managed to capture on that day, which is not a lot, but I tried my best. I was feeling like crazy, you guys know that. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.
Difficulty understanding the Hudol thing. Anyone? You get it, just cannot do it. Yeah, you're doing it. See? And then start initiating the turn. Just press on the toe. Now, how do you do? Look there. Yes.
Oh my god. Identified another dog. So cute. Woo.
Hey.
Hello.
What's happening? Oh.
I've been deeper, but I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me other thing? Going to do, going to do. Where's the life I? Where's my childhood? Is this called living? I don't know, I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my childhood? Is this called living? I don't know, I don't know. I don't wanna grow, just live myself. I don't wanna grow, the things I left behind me. I don't wanna grow, just live myself. I don't wanna grow, the things I left behind me. Just live behind me. Just live behind me. Look behind me.